They're going to come out and they're going to say, this is climate change's fault, and Trump wants to drill for oil, and it's going to make this worse. And you're like, my dude, you had no water, and you didn't manage the floor of the ground in the hills. You didn't do floor management for the wildlands. And they're going to go, climate change. You're going to say PG&E has power cables running through areas with high risks of fire, and they're going to go, climate change. And we're going to, okay, California, do your thing, I guess. But they're going to blame Trump for it. They're going to keep pushing nonsense ideas. And like I was saying, you were saying, Phil, about donations.
Yep.
They're still going to donate. There's two ways I see this. Them saying, don't know, don't care. I got hurt and it's your fault. Or they're going to say, this proves it. Climate change is the problem. Please stop Donald Trump, the man who warned us about our lack of water in this area 3 months ago. Insanity.
They'll twist it and make somehow it be Trump's problem, whatnot. But Gavin Newsom has literally been in there for the past few years, and every single time he has the opportunity to help out the people, whether it be the fentanyl crisis, to stop giving the people needles and stop giving them $600 a month to be able to keep buying drugs while they live on the street, or the migrants coming through the border. Every single time he's had a chance to do something, he has gone against the majority of the people that would benefit.
So is it so hard to believe that these Democrats are intentionally trying to destroy the country? I mean, that even defies short-term gain. You can make the argument that he's like, we're going to give needles and what do they have, those glass pipe kits they give out to homeless people to do crack? Mm-hmm. He's like, we're going to do that because it's politically expedient. I get through it. I say, we solved the problem. Thank you and have a nice day. Not going to think about it. But I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. That's not a short-term gain. You're literally setting a political fire.
The politics of nice have been a massive problem for the United States. And that's why Donald Trump, I think, was successful in his first term, or was as successful as he was. Whatever amount of success you believe he had, which generally around this table, we have a fairly positive view of what he did. And that's because he didn't ascribe to the politics of nice. He wasn't worried about if it sounded nice. And there are so many people, particularly in California, that all of their politics is, I just want to be nice, and I want to do the nice thing. I want to be the good person. So we should give that drug addict the drugs that he needs to prevent withdrawal, and we should allow those homeless people to stay homeless and shoot up drugs, and we should let people that are repeat offenders out of jail because there might have been some kind of problem. That was business as usual in California for ages and ages. And there are real world tangible consequences to the politics of nice. And now, thankfully, for California, there are people that have voted significantly against the politics of nice.
Remember when we were this close to getting Governor Larry Elder?
Yeah.
This wouldn't have happened.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Would not have happened. And they teamed up to shut him down. Larry Elder.
I don't know how they're going to solve for this wildfire thing. Because maybe you could use ocean water and drones. We talked about that before the show. I think it was
not drones. You could use planes.
Gigantic.
No.
Just constantly scoop and dump.
Yes. Here's the issue. The winds are at 100 miles an hour.
So getting any flight is like a challenge.
It's extreme challenge. It's very difficult for the smaller aircraft to fly here. So this is they were reporting. They had a first responder on Fox News in the morning saying helicopters can't fly, not in these winds, and fixed-wing aircraft have a higher threshold, but it's still too intense. They have been sending in flights now, and there's some really great videos of them just dumping water on the fire. I'm glad to see.
Other solutions could be like putting the power lines underground, because I always look at these power lines thinking of them as massive vulnerabilities. Anybody can blow them up. Anybody can knock them down. They can catch fire. Like
Adam Carolla was saying that. He said he was talking about it on his show, and the next thing he knows, he looks outside, or he sees this photo of a power line being knocked over.
I was living in Venice, and it would just buzz outside my window. The salt water just causing chaos.
Well, there's no underground with Venice.
So
you mean Venice, California?
California. I was just watching a documentary on Venice, Italy today. It's fascinating how they built that city. On big wooden pipes.
Sometimes you walk the streets of LA and you wonder if you're in South America or if you're in America.
You are correct.
It's just the power lines. Like, you don't see that everywhere.
Bro, when I was in Brazil in the favelas, the power lines are really scary.
Oh,
it's a black cluster of tangled things hanging from like a post. And you're like, how does anyone connect anything to that thing? And like, if it fell down, ain't nobody going to figure out how to fix it.
So you got the power lines, obviously, which is probably the biggest culprit of setting the fires, maybe. But then the water, like how do you got to get water? They built the city in the desert because it was a nice environment. But now you got a city in the desert that relies on imports.
Well, they had river water coming in, and the city is just growing beyond its capabilities. And
the LA River,
look,
it's like some years there's no water.
Wildfires happen. Wildfires happen. If you want to have a population of 13 million people spread out across an area that has a high potential for wildfires, you have to have forest floor management. I guess it's not a forest, it's brush floor or whatever. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.